Hello everybody, so today we are doing a bit of muck spreading, well quite a bit actually. So where we are today, we are on the 3 fields that we sprayed off. I'm trying to think when we sprayed it off now. In reality it was like 3 days ago, but in video terms it's probably 2 weeks ago now, or 10 days ago, I don't know. So we are just approaching the end of the first field. So we have spread. So in this field there was a little heap, a little field heap, and we spread that. And just this final load will finish this field, and then we'll be moving on to the second of the 3, the third of the 3, and the biggest one. Most of that was done with slurry, but I couldn't quite reach the top of the field. The pipes just wouldn't let me get there, so we're going to end up doing basically a bit more than the headland on the biggest field with the muck spreader, just because it's not had any slurry yet. So the heap we're spreading now, this load, this was all stacked up last year. You might just see the heap here is gone. This is what we've already spread this morning. That was put there 2 years ago with the intention of spreading it out in the autumn. Just weather didn't allow it, so we've hung on to it, and it's it's coming in now because we don't want to be, because we're kind of hoping that we can put on enough nutrients now to see it through its cropping year, because obviously a spring crop takes a bit less feeding than a winter wheat crop, which I don't think you would feed. You wouldn't feed a winter wheat crop just by ploughing in some muck. You would need a bit in the spring, but I think we can get away with a spring crop, hopefully, just by what we put on into this, or plough it under. That's the hope anyway. We did get a good reception to when I announced, when we were spraying these fields off, and we announced that we were going to be putting some wheat in this year. Had a lot of positive comments. A lot of people were keen to watch the journey, and absolutely it's exciting for us to do it as well, because it's not new for us. We have grown wheat before, but not for a long time, and not with the benefit of sprays. When we used to grow it, we were organic, and obviously we couldn't do anything other than mechanical means to control the weeds. But now we have got kind of the full ability to control the weeds, and we will be making good use of that, because we want to keep the crop as clean as we can. Just another little thing to mention following the spraying video. A lot of comments seem to be, I didn't make it clear enough, or I just didn't think. When I said we were going to get the old combine out, a lot of people thought we were going to get out the 788 that I made a video on 18 months ago, I suppose. That was Vintage Thursday. Said that kind of introduce you to the 788 combine that we've got. That is, I did say at the time, temporarily out of action at the moment due to there's something unbalanced on the back end of the engine. The tail shaft coming out of the engine, there's some issue there with the balance on it, and that needs sorting out before it does any work. So that we're not going to have time to do that, and it's not a big enough machine anyway. The combine that will be coming out to do our combining is a 400. I haven't really talked about it on the channel, but if you go back, way back in the history of one of the early videos that I made, there is a video of the 400 at work several, I think it was 2008 the footage came from, so I didn't film it, when we had the channel. But what I'll do is at the end of this video, you get the little thingy to click on to watch another video. I'll put it there if I remember. So that'll be the combine that's coming out. So I'm sure that will be a few Vintage Thursday episodes of getting that out, getting it up and running to bring it back to life, because it's not worked since 2010, that machine. So where we're crossing now, this is one of the fields that we spread with the slurry. You might not show up on the camera, but you can just see the lines where the dribble bar dribbled it. And now when we bought that dribble bar last year, a lot of people said you may get, or quite a common problem with the dribble bar is that it leaves lines of slurry that are potentially still there when you come to cut, cut for silage or cut later on in the year. We're not entirely sure what's going to happen with this yet, whether it will be cut or grazed. It all depends how the season works out. But you can certainly see what they mean. We did get a good steady day's rain immediately after we finished spreading. So we spread Monday, Tuesday, and then the rain came Wednesday. So the rain came just right for it. It was nice, steady. What did we get? About 3/4 of an inch, I think we got. So it was a nice, perfect timing. So it got washed, the slurry got washed. So any slurry that was on the leaves did get washed off. And we've got the warm weather now, plenty of moisture in the soil, the slurry's been washed in and the weather has warmed up, so hopefully that grass will shoot on now. As filming this, it's 7 days after, so it's Monday again today. So hopefully it won't be too long and that grass will start shooting on. But like what I'm trying to get at is we can still see those lines of slurry there. So we're going to have to wait and see what that looks like come May. So we're going to have to wait and see what that looks like, you know, as time progresses. Do those lines of slurry, are they going to stay there? So that's something we're going to have to watch. It does depend, you know, how much gets left behind in those lines does depend on, you know, obviously how thick the slurry is to start with, and it was reasonably thin because we were pumping a long way, so it needs a lot of water in to be able to do that. So we are just into the second field, first run up the hedge. Well, I think now we've got a bit of sunshine. It's been a bit dull up till now. We've got some sunshine now, so I think we'll get the drone going, do a little bit of outside action shots. What a sun's out. Right, so there we go. I think we will leave the video here for today. We've got a fair bit more to go yet, but there is a limit to how many loads of dung you need to watch going out, and I reckon we're probably there now. So don't forget to watch the little combine video. It's one side or the other. If I point both ways, you'll get it. And subscribe and follow us on the arable journey, and we will see you next time when, I dare say, We'll probably be ploughing by then, so keep an eye out for that.